Mike D checking in here, man. Listen, it's funny, man. I was riding around the other morning and I wanted to hear Old Dirty Bastards Brooklyn Zoo for whatever reason. And I played Brooklyn Zoo. Then I had to go into, actually, you know what? I played Shimmy Shimmy first. And then I went into Baby Baby Come On. And then when Brooklyn Zoo came on, I'm just going crazy. Now, granted, this is like 7 o'clock in the morning. This is stuff that I do to kind of get myself up when I have something to do really early. And then I thought about, I was like, well, shit, I want to hear some Lost Boys, right? And so, you know what I'm saying, I put on Lex Coops Beamers in the Bins. I really think that, the Lost Boys album, it has one of the best starts to a hip hop album that you could think of, the yearn, all that. Anyway, it made me think like, all this is 95. And then I thought about it even further and I'm like, 1995 is my favorite year in hip hop history. And, again, this is me. Now, in 95, granted, I'm 12, 13 years old. Now, this is when, and I'm gonna take some of you guys back, man. This is when I first remember actually taking a cassette and taping records off of the radio or songs off of the radio, right? The song that, and it's funny, this is a quick story, but the song I was trying to catch was Bone Thugs and Harmony's Everyday Thing. It was on a show soundtrack. And in the midst of me trying to catch that song off the radio, first song I record is Biggie's Juicy. I remember this tape like the back of my hand. Then it was Mac 10's Faux Life. I want to say it was AZ Sugar Hill after that, and then I finally was able to get Bone. Now, and I kept going on and on and on after that, and I can't really state how much that really shaped my hip hop experience. When you hear songs here and there or whatever, and I'm gonna be real with you guys, like my parents weren't buying, when I was 12 years old, my parents weren't buying me those rap records that had all the curse words and all that. I had to get all the clean stuff. So that's why I'm sitting there taping things off the radio, right? Um and 95 also here in Atlanta, Georgia was like the first time we actually got radio DJs, DJ Greg Street, shout out to him, who were playing hip hop music full time on their slot. And he had the 6 to 10 slot. Now, Ryan Cameron was the first person I remember playing hip hop records on radio, but his show was kind of a mix. And when Ryan left in 94, Greg Street comes in 95. And it's like the floodgates open. I'm hearing, Most Beautifulest Thing in This World from Keith Murray. Him and Eric Sermon had a great relationship. So I'm hearing Eric and Too Short and all of this stuff. But anyway, in addition to that, you got Rap City. Rap City is who gave me my biggest hip hop fix that was non-local, right? Because in Atlanta, we were playing a lot of local stuff, but you were getting stuff that were from a national standpoint. But they really weren't playing Wu-Tang and stuff like that, like in regular rotation here too much. But I got that experience when I watched Rap City. And when I talk about Rap City, I'm talking about the Joe Clair, Big Les Rap City. Shout out to Joe Clair. I would love to interview Joe Clair and just pick his brain about that era, because to me, that is hip hop's greatest era. And I don't want to say crossing over, but getting to that point where hip hop was about to cross over to that next level. But anyway, Rap City was huge for me in a sense where in 95, I remember the top 10 countdown that they would do on Saturdays. And it was always really dope because, no disrespect to 106, I think it was a great idea and concept in a vacuum. But when you have a countdown every day, it's not going to be a lot of movement. But with the Rap City top 10 countdown that came on Saturday, it was like you would watch Rap City throughout the week, 2-hour block, and then boom, you got 10 songs that are going to be selected that are going to be on that countdown on Saturday. You're rooting for your guys. You're rooting for the people that you think should be on the countdown. I remember when anytime the Goody Mob would get on that countdown, I would be ecstatic. That's hometown heroes. But my point of this video, and I'm just building this up to kind of let you guys know how important 1995 as a calendar year was to my hip hop experience. And really, when I think about it, me being from the region that I'm from and having the versatile palette that I have 1995 and all these other outlets and the artists that participated in 95 to thank for it. Like the versatility and diversity was all over the place, from Bone Thugs and Harmony to Mac 10 to Dog Pound to all of those Wu Tang solo efforts with Ray, Jizza, Old Dirty. KRS came back, so you got a little bit of that. You got Mr. Smith with LL. You got Goody Mob with Soul Food. You got 8 Ball and MJG participating. It goes on and on. And what I want to say in this video is I feel like not just 95 is my favorite year in hip hop history, but from a single standpoint. Now, albums, that could be a debate as well. And 95 does have a top 5 hip hop album in its year as well, with Raekwon's Only Built for Cuban Links. But when it comes down to singles, I would challenge anyone to find a year in hip hop that had more dope singles than 1995. Now, I want to go down the list. I had to write this down because it's just a lot. You know what I'm saying? And excuse me when I turn the page because it's a lot. I'm gonna start it off with the Lost Boys, my guys, man. Huge fan of the Lost Boys, huge fan. They dropped Lex Coops Beamers in the Benz. They dropped Renee in 95. Now, Music Makes Me High was on the album as well, but technically it was a 96 single, so I won't include that. Outkast was taking a year off between, Southern Playalistic and ATLians, but they still dropped Benz or Beamer. Now, in my personal opinion, I know I've ranked Bombs Over Bad Dad as Outkast's best song because that's just, looking at it objectively. But from a personal standpoint, Benz or Beamer is my favorite Outkast song, period. Tupac dropped Dear Mama that year. One of the greatest hip hop songs of all time. Biggie dropped One More Chance remix, the Stay With Me remix. To me, that is when Biggie turned the corner. I remember this was my life in 95, the summer of 95. Such incredible hip hop memories, man. The summer of 95, what me and my friends used to do, we would wake up early. Well, first of all, my dad was a school teacher, so he had summers off, so I stayed with him. So I didn't have to go to the boys' club or any of that stuff. But anyway, we would wake up in the morning. We would go out, play baseball, basketball, whatever, from 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 or 9 at night, whenever it got dark. And I remember seeing this video, this One More Chance video, this Biggie One More Chance video, and thinking, this is one of the first songs I would say I made a conscious effort to say, yo, I gotta learn the words to this song. Like, the way this nigga was spitting was so crazy to me, and it was so fluid, and it was so cool, and it was a radio songs like Major Pain, like Damon Wayne, Low Down Dirty even, like his brother Keenan scheming. Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real, ass Puff Daddy. You bringing bells with bags from Chanel, baby Benz trading in your Honda XL, fully equipped CD changer with the cell. GB, it's like, whoa, this man is like stopping, pivoting. Where you at? Where you at? Flipping cars, playing car notes. While I'm swimming in your women like the breaststroke. Right stroke, left stroke. What's the best stroke? Like, whoa. I mean, it's still amazing, man. And when I heard that as a kid for the first time, I had already knew Big from, the singles he put out in 94. But this song was something else. And it was funny, man. I heard Diddy do an interview one time. And he was talking about that remix. And he was saying that's when Biggie hit another level, and you could hear it. I got 5 on it from the Loonies, man. That was that summer too, man. That song is a banger. I got 5 on it. It's the in my opinion, top 50 hip hop song all time. I got 5 on it. There's a lot of top 50 hip hop songs that I'm mentioning in my opinion. I think Dear Mama's there. The One More Chance remix is there. I got 5 on it's there. And here's another one. Mobb Deep, Shook Ones Part 2. Come on, man. What else do I need to say about Shook Ones Part 2? That was another one when we were outside playing basketball or whatever. When you hear that beat, man, and then Prodigy comes in there, I got you stuck on the realness. We be the infamous. You heard of us? It's like, yo, who are these guys? It might have been the first. I think that is the first song I heard from Mobb Deep, and I was a fan ever since, man. Cell Therapy by Goody Mob. I think Cell Therapy is an incredible record. Who's that peeking in my window? The subject matter of it all, the beat is perfect, the hook is perfect, the content is perfect. It's four different perspectives of the conspiracies, if you will, from four different knowledgeable individuals. Now, to me, Goody Mob is a big reason why I think, it's just my opinion, I think the Outkast lyrically felt like they needed to step up what they were doing and step up their level of substance. Because when Goody Mob dropped Soul Food, it was a bit of a contrast to what Outkast did with Southern Playalistic. We knew Outkast was nice. We knew they could rhyme. They were having a good time. They were young. But when you listen to Goody Mob and you listen to a first single like a Cell Therapy, you understand these guys are some knowledgeable individuals and they have ideas about the world. You know what I mean? Like it's a big contrast, and I think that that's why we got a very serious Outcast, Andre specifically on ATLians. Brooklyn Zoo, man. When I listened to Brooklyn Zoo the other day, man, I'm gonna try to get through this list, man, but these songs mean so much to me, man. I'm the one man army A song. I never been tooken out. I keep MCs looking like. Look, one of my favorite lines in hip hop history is on this song where he says, "Introducing yo, fuck that nigga's name." Whoa. A lot of y'all might be like, "What?" But nah, it's just the energy behind it, man. And it's like, Oh Dirty plays a bunch of different characters, and he's emceeing on this record, and it's it's a performance that I think very few could pull off. Shimmy Shimmy as well, another single. Method Man's uh, I'll Be There For You. I was gonna say y'all I need to get by. I'll Be There For You remix, the one with Mary, the one that we hear the most, the Bad Boy remix, that's 95 as well. Raekwon's Ice Cream. Another game changer for me, man. Like when I seen that video and Method Man on the hook, Ghost is up, man. These women in the vid with the Wu-Tang shirts up, man. That hook, in my personal, one of my favorite hooks ever, one of my favorite beats ever, and the way that these guys are bouncing off of each other on this record, man. Ice Cream is it's a monster, man. It was one of my favorite songs at that time, and it's still one of my favorite songs to this day. Another one, Incarcerated Scarfaces. I used to wait for this video to come on Rap City, man. When they on the rooftop, I was a huge. To the people who don't know, Method Man was my first favorite rapper, and so when I would see Method Man make appearances, it's like it's hard to explain to anybody like the aura that people like Method Man and Snoop Dogg had. Like they had big crews, incredible crews, but these guys were like the center focus a lot of the times, right? And when you see them, like they're just doing like extra stuff in the background, it's adding so much to the overall piece, man. And Incarcerated Scarfaces is one of those moments, man. Like that beat, it catches your attention like right away. How High, staying on the Method Man thing. Another record that changed my life. Like I remember me and my family were going to the aquarium at Chattanooga. And I remember seeing How High once again on Rap City. This is the show soundtrack. Um, saw it on Rap City. It might have been for the first time. And I just saw how these guys were, how the chemistry that Redman and Method Man had. It's incredible that this was the first record that they ever made together. And I was like, man, whatever this hip hop shit is, man, I got to be down with this, man. Like, it was incredible, man. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, murder one lyric at your door. To Cal, bring it to that ass raw. Breaking all the rules like glass jaw. Nigga, you gotta get mine to get yours, fucker. We don't need no rap, sure. I'd rather kick the fact that hit you with the rap, sure. More than bargain for. Cal stays open like an all-night store. For real, I keeps it ill like a piece of blue steel. Sheesh, for real, I keeps it ill like a piece of blue steel pointed at your temple with the intent to kill. And in your existence, MET ain't no use for resistance. HOT. And then Redman comes in there, and then his last verse with the extended version, man, like I could listen to that song over and over, man. Players Anthem, I was gonna say Players Club. Players Anthem, Junior Mafia. First time we ever saw Kim, and Kim came in that shit ripping. And Biggie's Biggie. Biggie was Biggie was man, clicking on all cylinders in '95, man. You know, the MC that he was in '94 carried over into '95, but how active he was in '95 and how those remixes played and all his featured appearances that he did, Biggie could have very well been the MC of the year in '95. That's how well he was clicking. '95 adds a lot to Biggie's legacy, straight up. Get Money. Oh man, you want to sip mo on my living room flow, play Nintendo with Season EO. Pick up my phone, say Papa not home, sex all night, mad head in the mall. Man, Big was going crazy on these. I love Get Money. And the remix, man, Frank Wright, the Desperado, used to rock the all black Movado, the all black El Dorado. All right, I'm gonna keep going, man. Feel Me Flow by Naughty by Nature. That was another summer banger. You about to feel the chronicles of a bionicle lyrically spitting, just hitting. I'm on the missing, it's just hitting. I think I messed that up, but whatever. Most beautifulest. Keith Murray. Another one, man. Like one of my favorite opening liners, man. You about to, what how'd he start that shit off? Y'all niggas, yeah, y'all niggas is how do I see I'm doing this because I'm messing up I'm on air. I'm live right now. I'm recording, but not really live. How you start that joint up? Oh, there it is. Y'all mythological niggas is comical. My astronomical is coming through like the flu bombing. Whew. Anyway, Space Age Pimpin'. Oh man, 8 Ball and JG Space Age Pimpin'. That record had Atlanta on lock, man. Like whenever we would go to school, everybody came and, rapping every word of it, man. I'd be obliged if you step outside. Cause my ride is awake. One of the beautiful things about Space Age Pimpin', and I was looking this up, um, who sampled his join forces with Spotify, which is a sidebar here. But anyway, I was looking for like if there were any samples on Space Age Pimpin'. It's not. T Mix made all that stuff from scratch, man. Beautiful stuff, man. Faux Life from Mac 10. Love that record, man. Great single, in my opinion, man. Vibin' Remix. Who remembers that? Boys the Men Vibin' Remix that featured Craig Mack, Tretch, Method Man, and Busta Rhymes. Method Man, once again, in my opinion, still in the show. I mentally stab your brain with the pain while other niggas spit mad games. I spit flames. Woo! And life insurance indeed as we proceed. Listen, I don't want to go through the whole thing, man. That nigga Method Man was crazy with it. Now, I put Doing It, but I think Doing It technically came out in 96, so we'll leave that off. Bout It. Changed everything. In my opinion, I think Bout It's the top 50 hip hop song all time, too. Can't forget the big hit records, man. Gangsta's Paradise from Coolio. You couldn't escape that record. I wouldn't say I wasn't a big fan of it. I was a big fan of it initially, but they just they wore it out. They wore that record into the ground. AZ Sugar Hill. I love that record to this day, man. Sugar Hill plays great, man. Miss Jones on the hook, man. Beautiful record, man. AZ, perfect debut single in my personal opinion. Far Side, Running. Love that record too, man. Another one that I used to wait to see on Rap City, where they had the white people as slaves and all of that stuff. Incredible video. There comes a time in every man's life when he gotta, yeah. Y'all know, man. And Jay Dilla on the beats at that time. Drop from Far Side as well. The whole video's backwards. One of my favorite directors ever, Spike Jonze, directing one of my favorite hip hop videos of all time. My other favorite Spike Jonze video and another one of my favorite hip hop videos of all time, Beastie Boys Sabotage. Crazy. Then you get Jizza Shadowbox, and once again, Method Man going fucking bananas on a record talking about some man. I mean, that's a record that I waited and waited for to come on radio because they would play Shadowboxing in the middle of the night But I had to hear Shadowboxing on Rap City. And, unless I was gonna buy the album or find the album from somebody, because again, my parents weren't letting me buy it. But Shadowboxing, again, one of those moments where I fell in love with hip hop all over again every time I heard it, man. I break you down to the bone gristle. How you start a verse off like that, man? Man, Fourth Chamber wasn't technically a single, excuse me, but it was attached to the video, so you got to include that as well. Um, New York, New York, from the Dog Pound, where Snoop's walking around kicking down buildings in New York City. Um, Corrupt was killing it. Corrupt was killing it. I think that we don't really talk about that song enough in hip hop history, but New York, New York is a strong record. Let's Play House from the Dog Pound as well. Everyday Thing from Bone Thugs and Harmony. Mad Isms. Channel Live featuring KRS-One. KRS-One went bananas on Mad Ism. I think for me as a kid, because KRS is before my time. When I heard him on Mad Isms, I understood what everybody was talking about. It's like, okay, yeah, that's why they hold him so high. Speaking of KRS-One, MCs Act Like They Don't Know, banger. Seen him perform that live various times. Incredible single for 95. Sprinkle Me from E40. Big timer. Man, when he came in that bitch, I be more hippopotamus. Get off of your head like a neurologist. Takamo, he got a partner by the way in Tupacalypse. Man, I was like, whoa, where is he coming from with this? But I like it. First of the month from Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. Again, I was already a Bone fan, but that record right there it was like, okay, this is a new, more polished Bone than what we got on Creeping to Come Up. Proceed from the Roots. I became a fan right away as well. The Brats Give It to You remix, that was 95. The album version that came out in 94, not that good. But the remix version that they made for radio, man, what a step up. Hey Lover from LL, Tupac Temptations, Shed So Many Tears, Tupac as well. What's Up from my man Dub C in the Mad Circle. And again, I would challenge anyone to find a year in hip hop with more quality singles than 1995. Just my opinion. And I couldn't let the year go by without celebrating 30 years of my favorite year in hip hop. Let me know what year you guys would say is your favorite year in hip hop and what year in hip hop means the most to you. Hit like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing what you got to say in the comment section. All right.